I'ma take this badge from me, 'cause I can't use it. How's it, everyone? Shaun Wulf here. I hope you guys are doing well. We're on lesson 10. Can you guys believe it? 10 days of free online lessons to you guys, especially beginners. This is a beginner guitar lesson that I'm doing. I've done 10 now. I started out teaching you guys how the guitar works, what all the parts are called. And then I taught you the strings from bottom to top, we count them, and what note they each represent. Then I have taught you some chords. I taught you the A major chord, I taught you the D major chord, I taught you the E major chord, and I taught you a G major chord. All right. So today, oh, and the C major chord. So I have had 5 new chords. I taught you how to play You Are My Sunshine when we only knew the A major chord, the D major chord, and the E major chord. Then yesterday I quickly ran through Leaving on a Jet Plane by Mr. John Denver. I told you guys how to play that, and Chicken Fried. You can even play Chicken Fried with those 3 chords. How's it? Welcome online. Beginner guitar lessons for those of you interested or picking up the guitar for the first time. So I've taught you quite a lot of things with regards to the guitar, and today we are going to learn our first minor chord. Also, we can use this chord in a lot of songs, and if you combine all the chords that I have taught you so far in multiple different ways, then yeah, you'll be able to play quite a big range of songs. So this next one is very similar to the E major chord, but it'll literally just be one string down for all of the fingers. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. The A minor chord. All right, like I said, it's played, the fingering is basically the same as the E major chord. It's just one string down with each finger. So let's start off with your index finger. You will use that in the first box on your second string. All right, remember we're counting them from the bottom to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so index finger, first box on the second string, that's where you will put it, like there. I hope you guys can see that. Then your ring finger you'll put in the third box, the second box, excuse me, the second box on the third string. All right, and then your middle finger you will put that in the second box on the fourth string. So today we are learning the A minor chord. So at the end of the day, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but that's kind of what it would look like if you press that chord. This is the A minor chord. Like I said, it's exactly the same kind of fingering as the E minor chord. It's just one string down for all of the fingers. Right, and what it sounds like is like this. So a minor chord, all right. So I taught you how to play the A major chord. I taught you how to play the D major chord, the E major chord, the G major chord, the C major chord. And today is your first minor chord that I'm teaching you. It is an A minor chord. Okay, to run through that fingering again quickly, you'll use your index finger. That'll go in the first box on your second string. You'll use your ring finger. That'll go in the second box on the third string. And then your middle finger will go in the second box on the fourth string. All right, have we got that? How's it, guys? Don't be shy, say hi. How's it, John? Good to see you again. I'll come back since yesterday. Lekker. So for those of you, let me know who they... Hi, how's it? Nissan 99. Well, how's it, man? Lekker. Guys, this is like a community that I'm starting to get together here. If you guys are guitar enthusiasts or beginner guitarists or whatever, Let's have a chat in the comments. Ask me questions about guitaring if you're interested in, obviously this is beginner guitar lessons. I'm teaching basic chords, basic rhythm structures. Currently our rhythm structure is very, very, very basic. It's just the up and down. The reason why I like to keep it simple with the rhythm in the beginning is so that you can practice changing your chords. So for instance, with today's lesson, we are doing the A minor chord. So what I'd like everybody to do is when you play your A minor chord, I want you to practice changing to the C and then from the C to the G and then to the D. All right, for instance, I'm just going to quickly show you guys. Not the D, sorry, that's not going to work. Just the C and the G. Okay, so just up and down. That's the A minor. C, we're changing, just practicing that changing. Okay, G, just the same rhythm, up and down, back to the A minor. All right, I want you guys to practice that. A minor, C, G. All right. How's it? Laka. So, any new guitarists here that recently decided to start playing the guitar, let me know. And if you find any of my lessons helpful, it's nice to actually have some free lessons on detail. And if there's anything in specific a new guitarist wants to know, I can just rename a few things. For instance, in the beginning I started out with teaching you guys all the parts on the guitar and what they mean and what their names are and what they're used for and stuff like that. And then I taught you the strings and what each note they should represent when you tune them. And then I told you guys about the fretboards and how we use each box. This is box 1, 2, 3, and so forth. How to use the boxes to practice and learn new chords. In my lessons, I try and use that system to kind of show you where all the fingers should be. Obviously, the different types of guitars, because obviously you get an acoustic guitar, you get an electric guitar, you get a classical guitar, which is very similar to an acoustic guitar. It just uses nylon strings, where an acoustic guitar and an electric guitar uses steel strings. So yeah, is there any questions you guys have so far? I appreciate you checking in. That's very, very nice. For now, I'm just going to quickly run through the A minor chord again. Here we go. So your index finger will go in the first box on the second string. Your ring finger will go in the second box on the third string, and your middle finger will also go in the second box but on the fourth string. So that's an A minor chord. And what we try and do is we try and not play the top string, which is an E note. So that's not the root note. We always try and play our root note first. So your open string on your fifth string, your open string, that's an A. So obviously this is an A minor chord. So I would like to play the root note, which is an A. I would not want to play the E, even though there is an E in the A minor chord, but that'll be E over A minor if you play the open one. And it'll sound a little discordant when you're recording music and things like that. So what we always try and do is we try and, unless it's on purpose where there is actually like a E over A minor kind of scenario. That's very technical for now. I'm going to try and keep it to beginner guitar lessons for you guys. All right. So your A minor chord will be played like that then. All right. Now, I'm sure the next thing that you guys would want to know is, but what song can I play? Especially the guys that are a little bit more advanced, if I can call it that. For instance, Knocking on Heaven's Door has an A minor in it. It has a C in it. It also has a D in it, and a G major. So if you'd like to, I can quickly run through the chords for that. So what that would basically be is you'd start with your G major, and then you'll go to your D major, and then you'll go to your A major. And then the second line of the song, you'll do a G major again, a D major, and then you'll go to the C, then goes to the major of the part. And just so that you guys know which parts I'm referring to, that's the verses. So the verse would start G major. Mama, take this badge from me. And then you go to the A. Okay, wait. Mix that up for you guys. Mama, take this badge from me. You got to go to the minor there. Okay, so it's G, D, minor. Okay, so that's a quick change. So it's Mama to the D. Take this badge to the A minor from me. All right, I hope you guys have got that. Sorry for messing it up a little bit earlier. Mama, take this badge from me. All right, then your second line is you go to the C, the second round. 'Cause I can't use it anymore. So you guys see how it goes to the major there. So you play your G, you'll play your D, and then your A minor, then your G, your D, and your C. And then when you come to the chorus, you'll only play the C, because then it stays in the major there the whole time. So then you'll be like, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Okay. And knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Alright, so then that'll basically repeat those chords at the same time. Any questions, guys? You guys will be a little bit quiet today. I'm sure everybody's trying to keep up to date with all their lessons. Like I said, guys, practice it, the up and down rhythm, changing those chords. So what I'd like you guys to go and practice today is take maybe you should practice knocking on heaven's doors chord structure, because that's a good practice. So you'll do your G, D, A minor, G, D, C major. So we'll go like up and down the whole time. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see that changes. You go practice changing those chords. Minor again. And then you alternate the whole time and to the C major. So if you guys go practice that, then I'm sure you'll be ready for the next lesson. And if there's no further more questions, I'd like to thank you so much for your time. Please share with your friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go and subscribe so you can stay up to date with the beginner guitar lessons that I'm giving out every day between 9 and 10. Thanks so much for tuning in. Well, 9 and 10 is South African Central Time. Have a lovely day, guys. Once again, cheers.